All right, hey everybody. I'm here with Austin. He is our guy that knows Ventrac all things. What are you going to show us today?
Today we're going to go over how to install and remove the dual wheel kit on a Ventrac 4000 series tractor. So we just need a handful of tools to do this. First step, you're going to want to get the tractor secured up onto some 2x4s or something on the inside tire. It's best if you drive up on something instead of jack it up, because you don't want these tires to spin when we do this assembly. So that's perfect for now. So we're going to need a small sledgehammer to knock in our drag latch. We're going to need a ratchet with a 1-inch socket. We're going to need a torque wrench. And if you guys are familiar, there's a company out there now making a tool called a dual wheel tool. We're going to show you guys how to operate that. So to remove the dual wheel, what we have to do is we have to release our drag link. So this is a threaded hex. It's a 1-inch socket. So we'll put our socket on there. We're going to release it. It should be torqued to I think 120 foot-pounds. We will verify that. Do not thread this all the way out. You want to have it loose. If you can zoom in there, there's a gap between the hex and the washer. So right here is our drag link. So when we loosen this shaft, we need a little space between this hex right here and the washer, because what we need is, right now, see how I can't move this in and out? We're gonna hit this with our sledgehammer right here. Now we've created movement here. We have to have movement or you will never get this off. To release it, we're just going to hit on the edge of here with our mini sledge. Now that thing wiggles in and out. Now we'll take our tire and we can just spin it off. Now, if your wheel is really stuck on there, it's been on your tractor for a few years, this is the dual wheel too. So what you'll do is you'll slide this on there, you'll set it up in between the lug nuts, you'll then take your ratchet, and in the direction you want to go, you'll crank on it, and it'll spin that wheel off for you. So now what we do, we just go ahead and thread it all the way off, and that's how we take off our dual wheel.
Okay, Austin, tell me about this, the inside part of this.
So this is how the dual wheel gets locked onto the tractor. There's kind of a little tapered wedge right here, and what it's going to do is it's going to push on these threads and lock that against the threads on the inside hub. So what we do to release this is why we have to hit our hex with the hammer to break this free. So once this is breaking free, you won't be able to see it because it's on the tractor, but you hit that with the hammer and that releases it and takes the tension off of the threads, making it so you can spin off the wheel.
Okay, tell me about these tires and how they go on one way.
All right, so these are directional rims. They have to go on a specific way. If you look in here, you can see that there's kind of a concave in this lug nut. So are in where the lug nut seats. So Ventrac's lug nuts are tapered, so they need to sit in there. That helps center the wheel. So as you can see, it's pressed out, it's not flat. So you do not want this to be against the hub on your tractor. On the other side of the tire, a lot of our tractors come with this sticker. What this sticker is telling us is this side does not receive lug nuts. So that's a picture of a lug nut with a do not use lug nuts on this side. So right here, everything is pretty much flush, so this can sit flat up against the hub and seat down and torque down correctly against the hub on the tractor. We also have dual valve stems, so there's a valve stem on each side so you can access inside and outside to be able to air up your tires.
And so if they do it on the wrong side, it will not center?
Correct. You will ruin your wheel studs. They will not torque down correctly. They will come loose. They will fall off. You will ruin your wheels. You will ruin the lug nuts, and it will not be warranted. So this is a very critical step when installing a dual wheel kit onto your tractor if you bought the wheel kit after the tractor had been delivered to you. So when you install these dual wheels, they come with two sets of hubs. There's a hub for the inside tire and there's a hub for the outside tire. So these lug nuts on this tractor, this whole assembly actually takes 10 lug nuts to hold this all in place. So it goes the axle flange, then it goes the tractor wheel, and then you put on 5 lug nuts, and each one of those get torqued into a cross sequence at 55 foot-pounds. Once you have your lug nuts on your inner wheel installed, you take your flange, this hub right here, put it over your lug nuts on the studs, and then you put 5 more nuts on there. So there will be a total of 10 nuts holding on this whole assembly in here. All of those lug nuts are going to be torqued to 55 foot-pounds.
Okay, so 5 behind there that are at 50, and then the 5 we see right here at 50.
Yes, 55.
Or 55, okay.
So here's our sticker on the inside of our wheel. Notice this is where the flange of our hub is going to go. So there's no lug nuts that go on this side of the wheel. The lug nuts go on this side of the wheel where those tapered outwards so it can sit flush up against the flange on the back of the hub. So this is how we put our outer wheel on once the inside hub is on, and this is secured to the outside hub. I like to take and grab the drawbar. It spins a little bit, so I take that, put the threads up into the tire, and I just give it a spin. I spin it until it's all the way installed. Then I take a flashlight, unless you can see, I look down. In between here, you're going to count the threads on the hubs, and you want about 3 to 4 threads showing is all. So if you have 3 to 4 threads showing, which is exactly what we have, we're going to tighten down our draw bolt right here to 120 foot-pounds. Make sure you use a torque wrench. I like to go until it snugs up tight, and then I just go nice and slow, even. 120, then I double check, and that's how we install a dual wheel. Alright, so setting PSI on our duals, it's very critical that we have about 2 pounds less air in our outside tire. A good rule of thumb is to either have 10 psi on the inside tire and 8 psi on the outside tire, or 8 on the inside and 6 on the outside. If we overinflate the outside tire, it creates extra stress on the axles and will cause premature wear. If you're running singles, I like to increase the inside PSI up to about 15 PSI. Over here on most tractors, unless you have a cab on them, they have a sticker right here that shows PSI pressures that are recommended for singles, for extensions, or for duals. So you can navigate all that information on that sticker. Okay, so this is the steering cylinder. There's 3 positions. The inside position is if you're running single tires. The center position is if you have duals installed on the tractor. The outside position is if you have a cab installed on the tractor. So if you're going from single wheels to dual wheels, make sure that the steering cylinder gets moved. This will need to be retorqued. And if you don't do that and you leave duals on with single tire, or if you leave duals on in the single tire position, your duals will actually hit and rub on each other when you're crabbed all the way, and you don't want that.
Okay, so Austin, if anybody has ever lost a wheel, they've lost a wheel because they've not followed these procedures.
100%. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen tires roll down the hills because operators or maintenance employees did not install the dual wheels correctly. So that creates a huge safety risk, not only for the operator on the machine, but if there's other people around and that tire comes rolling down a hill, it'll be a bad day.
Okay, thanks, man.
You're welcome.